Hey guys, welcome back. Today we've got a fun little upgrade lined up. We're giving the 9.3 a modern twist with some LED lighting. I'll walk you through the installation process, compare the output and cutoff to the old school halogens, and wrap up with my honest take on whether they're worth the switch. And a very quick announcement about the channel merch. What I'm wearing right now is the vegan embroidered hoodie, but I also have a bunch of other minimalist Saab design shirts and stickers and what have you. Your love and support is always appreciated, and it goes a long way because I'll put the money right back into the channel so I can provide a higher quality content and more fun things for you guys. Don't forget to check them out, and as always, thank you. Now, full disclosure, I've reached out to AUXITO curious to see if I could put their gear to the test, and they came through by sending over the H4 low beam LEDs and the 1156 reverse lights. Big thanks to them for hooking me up, but rest assured, this review is 100% my own and no sugarcoating. If something's great, I'll rave about it, and if it's not, well, you'll hear about that too. I'll have a link in the description below for their website and my own discount code, so make sure you check that out. So with that out of the way, let's pop the hood and get started. Swapping out the bulbs is pretty easy. Technically, you might not even need to pull out the entire housing, but to give you the best view and make this as clear as possible, I'll take it out anyway. The housing is secured with just a few torque screws, but to get to them, you'll need to remove the grille and the corner lights first. After that, there's only one wire harness to disconnect and you're good to go. Okay, so all that's left to do is remove this dust cover. Okay, so this is the bulb and it's held in by this little clip right here. You gotta push in and move it to the right and then all the way back, and then the bulb should come right out. There we go. And now I'm gonna unplug this. Like so. I'm gonna put the new bulb in there. So obviously this light housing that was designed back in, 1995, they're not designed to fit LED bulbs in here. I was able to get it in. There's really not much advice to give other than just get it in there. So this is the future me, and there are two things that I completely missed. First one is that if you look at the original halogen bulbs, there are two filaments, and on one of them there is a reflector, like a shield right there, and it's pointing upwards like that. And on the LED bulbs there is something similar. Those two little notches there, they're the reflectors. If you look here, there's three notches. The top one is the largest one, and it gets mounted like this, not like that, not like that, but like this specifically. And that's important because it directs where the light goes. And the other thing I missed out on is this notch thing comes off from the main headlight, so you can remove the main headlight from this I'll just call it bracket, and then install this first, which will be much easier. And just make sure that when it is installed, you gotta make sure that it's oriented like the shield points up, and that lines up with the top notch, if that makes sense. And I think that will give us a better beam pattern. And if you look at this video here, there's like light bleeding everywhere, like even up towards the sky, which is not what you want on low beam headlights. It's all because I didn't pay attention to this detail. So going back to the install, you align this here, and then you put this bracket on. Infinitely easier. There we go. And then you install the bulbs and make sure it's pointing in the right orientation like that, and that should give us a much better beam pattern. Okay, so now we're gonna just test it to see if it turns on. Oh man, that's not good. Oh my gosh, this socket just fell apart. Oh boy. Okay, so I just did a quick temporary repair. I'm just gonna have to get another one of these housings from the junkyard. But for now, this should work because I made sure the contacts were all connected. From factory, the rear fog light is only on the driver's side, but to enable the rear fog light on both sides, all you have to do is put a bulb on the upper socket, and that's exactly what I did. I moved the reverse light bulb up to the fog light socket and put in the new LEDs on the reverse socket. The reverse lights are without a doubt much brighter and more crisp. You can see that on the left, the light is more red because the reverse lights are overpowered by the brake lights, whereas on the right, the LEDs are doing a much better job of lighting up the door. Alright, let's talk headlights. You've probably heard it before, throwing LEDs into stock reflector housings is a huge no-no, and I totally get it. Nobody wants to be that guy blinding oncoming traffic. Trust me, I'm not here to play the villain on the road, but curiosity got the better of me and I decided to give these bulbs a try. Now, I'm no lighting engineer, but I do know the two big things that matter: brightness and the cutoff line. The cutoff line is the unsung hero keeping oncoming drivers from wanting to throw your car into a ditch. Generally, projector headlights excel at this, and let's be real, the right way to do LEDs on an older car like this is a proper projector retrofit, but hey, we all have priorities, and for me this isn't at the top of the list. So back to these bulbs. At first, I'll admit, when I didn't know about adjusting the bulb orientation, the beam pattern was straight up trash. Like, please turn those off, trash. But after some tweaking, it's a whole new game. These LEDs are at least 4 times brighter than the old halogens, the beam pattern is surprisingly solid, and if you own one of these cars, you know these stock headlights are basically decorative. Well, these bulbs will actually allow you to see at night. Not to mention they ditched that ugly yellow hue for a clean, modern white, and as a bonus, they've got built-in resistors, so most cars won't freak out with the bulb out error warning. Plus, with the 2-year warranty, I'm feeling pretty confident in this upgrade. These bulbs aren't perfect for the car, and they're not a substitute for a projector retrofit, but for the price, the improvement is undeniable. I'm very satisfied, and if you've been struggling with dim, outdated headlights, this might just be your quick and affordable fix. If you have any questions or better ideas, drop a comment down below because I'd love to hear from you. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.